in order for us to be able to scale up both surface area and volume, we need to know how to find surface area and volume first. This should be a review for the most part. So to find the surface area of a three-dimensional object, you just add up all the two-dimensional surface areas. So for a rectangular prism, you'd add up length times width times height, or no, you'd add up length times width, and then add width times height, then add height times length, and then just do that for every single side. So to be able to find the full thing, you would do 2 times length times width plus 2 times width times height plus 2 times height times length. And that would be the surface area for a rectangular prism. For a circular prism, you do this formula right here, 2 times pi r squared plus pi times diameter times the height. Now we can deconstruct this into different parts of the circular prism. 2 times pi r squared finds these two surface areas, this one and this one. That's just because pi r squared is the surface area of a circle, and 2 of them because we have 2 circles. And to find this rectangle right here, we do pi times diameter times the height, because we need the diameter of the circle right here to be able to find this length, and the height to be able to find this length. Now it's very similar with volume, except all you really need to do is just multiply width times length times height. But most of the time we shorten it to base times height, because base you can just multiply width times length and just multiply height, and it's just that much easier. And using that, it also applies to circular prisms. So as a view, now we get into multiplication. So to find the factored up version of surface area, you'd multiply surface area by the factor itself. So the formula would be surface area times k equals surface area prime. So we can put this into effect right here, where we have one surface area for each little triangle. So surface area equals 4. I know this is kind of hard to see. So you take 4 times 3. What does that equal? That equals 12. So now that we have 3 on each side, we can just say surface area equals 3. Now let's take this on to a different problem. Let's use this rectangular prism because it's easy. First of all, we have to find the surface area of each of these, and then we can multiply it by the factor of 5. So we take 3 times 6 times 2 to find this surface area, which is 18, and then 18 times 2 is 36. So you can take 36, so that covers off this side and this side. And then we can go and add up 2 times 6, which is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. You can have 24. That gets rid of that side and that side. And 3 times 2, that's 6. 6 times 2, that's 12. So now you cleared up that side and that side. So now we add up 12. So we can all add up all these numbers together. 6 plus 4, that's 10. 11, 12. So you can just carry the 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 92. So the full surface area equals 92. Then I multiply it by the factor of 5. So we take 92, which is our surface area, multiply it by 5, which is a scale factor, and we get 460. Therefore, surface area prime, which is the new surface area, equals 460, and we can just say cubic inches. Alright, now it's time to find a factor of volume. To find the volume of factor, you do the volume times the factor cubed, which we will discuss here, or V equals K, or V times K cubed equals V prime. So how do we do that? Let's go and use it in this problem right here, just that way we can tell why it's K cubed. So let's say we have the scale factor 2. So we want to multiply each side by 2. H times 2, L times 2, width times 2. And what do we see here? Each side is multiplied by 2. So we can just get rid of height, length, and width because they're just variables. And now we have a little cube. All sides are exactly the same. 2, 2, 2. What is 2 times 2 times 2? 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 cubed. Sorry about the light. And so we can just import this into our equation. So this was our original equation. So we can do 2 length times 2 width times 2 height equals volume prime. So now we can go ahead and apply it to this problem down here. 3 times, let's look at the scale factor first. I almost got ahead of myself. K equals 5. 3 times 5, 1 times 5, and 8 times 5. 8 times 5. So we want to be able to find the scale factor, or the volume. We want to be able to find the volume multiplied by 5 cubed. So let's go and find the volume. 3 times 1 times 8. We can just go and get rid of that 1. 3 times 8, 24. So volume equals 24. Now to scale it up to 5, this is not to scale because the paper's not big enough. But yeah, let's go and say that this is now 3 times 5. It's 15. 1 times 5 is 5. 8 times 5 is 40. So there we go. We have each side now. So we can do 15 times 5 times 40. That gives us 3,000. So we can go and check this, and we can go and check this by saying volume equals 24 times 5 cubed. So 24 times 5 cubed. Which also equals 3,000. So we can confidently say that V prime equals 3,000.